And they forced the miss with that good defensive rotation. They're playing well together as a unit.
B.J. Augustine's checked in for Oklahoma City. And Miami with a change here, too. Whiteside's checked in for Josh McRoberts.
It has not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4.
It's Durant on the wing. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
Well, that's how you send it. 2 hands and hammer it down.
Here's Augustine. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Augustine's got 7.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Right side, no good.
And excellent interior defense there. Good rotations.
No doubt about it, Steve. He's a real presence inside. Takes up a lot of space. Well, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
Mario Chalmers, he's checked in for Miami. Well, Kevin Durant certainly had one of the most memorable nights in the NBA last season, Steve. Dropping the 54 points on national TV. He really looked unstoppable in that game in particular.
Yeah, that was against the Warriors back in January. That was a career high for him. And, you know, Golden State tried every trick in the book, and they have good defenders on the wing, but didn't seem like anything they tried worked that night.
Wide open. And he gets it to go. That's 7 unanswered.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
And it's good.
And with Durant and his 54-point explosion, I mean, you really get to see just how unstoppable he can be when he's hitting like that. I mean, nobody can guard him.
And that one's good. Durant's got the lead up to 9 now for Oklahoma City.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out in the perimeter, make them beat you from long range.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's had.
And a final thought on Durant's 54-point night. It was just the multitude of ways that he scored that was most impressive. He didn't get them all from deep or at the free throw line. He was hitting tough fadeaways and attacking the rim to get those points.
And he gets it to go. And that's 21 points for Goran Dragic.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the 3-point variety.
Yeah, and unless they make some rotations and closeouts defensively, there's more to come, Clark.
Durant. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Kevin Durant.
Well, supposedly, Kevin Durant, a.k.a. KD, enjoys playing NBA 2K prior to every game as a way to loosen up and kind of as an informal scouting report for the other team. That guy just soaks up all the basketball he can get. Keep listening, KD, and keep playing.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Enes Kanter's checked in for Steven Adams. Allison comes in for Serge Ibaka. And Anthony Morrow subbed in for Roberson. Waiters, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. And Kevin Durant, guys, officially listed, I'm looking at my book here, 6'9". I imagine he's that height in video game form. Steve, you think that's selling him short?
Yeah, maybe. You know, it's interesting. A lot of guys who are 6'11" or 7 feet prefer to actually be listed as smaller. I think it's because in Durant's case, he wants to be known as more of a guard than a forward. But regardless, it doesn't matter what they list him at. He's just a ridiculously talented player. Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. I mean, his teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far.
The drive by Collison. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's going to be on Udonis Haslem. For Oklahoma City, they have shot 6 of 7 at the line. For Oklahoma City, they have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook. Good on both.
There's not a lot you can say that hasn't been said before about his skill at the charity stripe.
And here's Chalmers from the arc. The Heat trail by 7. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. On the perimeter, Wade and Dang. Chris Bosh is out there with Whiteside. And it's Dragic in the 1 spot. Good ball movement here by Miami. Shot clock at 5. Puts up the baby hook. Shot denied. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Well, Goran Dragic is one of those interesting character studies. Off the court, he's very humble and quiet and laid back. But I'll tell you what, when he gets on the court, he plays with an aggression and a fire at both ends of the court.
Tries from 10. And Westbrook gets it to go. Westbrook's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Thunder. And it's Wade penetrating for the 3. Thunder with the rebound. Collison's got 3 rebounds now in this one. You talk about Dragic, plays with a lot of heart, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He plays with emotion, ferocity, and intensity. When he gets into you defensively, applies pressure, and creates turnovers, and does the same thing by attacking offensively.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Chris Bosh, in some ways, has been the overlooked, underrated member of the Big Three in Miami, but extremely valuable. A nice complimentary scorer and understated defensively. But with LeBron gone now, he becomes more of a focal point offensively.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Collison. Durant comes in for Anthony Morrow. And it's Roberson in for Waiters. And Miami also making a switch. Nick Roberts is checked in. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Scott Brooks was discussing with his players. He said we are this close to finishing them off, but the job is not done yet, and I don't want to see any let-up out there. We'll see how well his point got across, guys.
Thanks again, Doris. Durant kicks to Westbrook. His 3-pointers off the mark. And Chris Bosh posted up a lot more, it seemed, to Clark in Toronto and Miami. He'd become primarily a face-up threat.
And I think that's where he's most comfortable. He's more of a slender build. He takes advantage of his quickness more than his strength, so facing up is really where he's been most effective.
Ibaka comes with the double team. Dragic dishes to Dang. That's a shot he doesn't shoot very often. 23 points for Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, that's his first 3 of the half. There may be more in store.
And it's Dragic with the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Durant. The shot is off. Now the Heat take it the other way. And it's Wade penetrating. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. Dishes it to Dragic. 6 to shoot. Oh, good with the triple. And it's Westbrook. That time on the assist by Durant. Westbrook's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet and in myself. That's a gimme there.
Steven Adams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Heat also with the sub. Whiteside's checked in. The shot by Wade, wide open. Miami no good on that time either. Pass to Roberson. It's Durant with the drive. And Adams kicks to Westbrook. Here's Ibaka. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Thunder lead by 9.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim. That's a shot you've got to take if you're looking for the three-pointer. I mean, the defense was nowhere around.
Durant with it. Now guarded by Dragic. Shot's good by Durant.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
They get it back. There's Dragic with the 3. And yes, sir, that one drops. Dragic has got 6 in the quarter.
Tell you what, until he cools off, you got to keep going to him.
And it's Dragic with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Here's Durant. Oh,
Look out. Wow.
just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays up.
Boy, smooth and graceful. How about the hang time? That's impressive.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going and you just want to keep it going.
And they're getting so much penetration on the defense that they're getting a lot of easy buckets as a result of breaking down that defense. Steven Adams, he was taken 12th overall by the Thunder in the 2013 draft. Viewed as more of a project, but what an impressive start in his rookie season. I think he's the future in terms of the center position for Oklahoma City.
Here's Westbrook, but they recover it. And Adams kicks to Durant. The pass to Roberson. Durant again.
Look at that athletic play. Incredible.
Wow.
They are not letting up, guys. They just keep coming at them.
And I'd say that lead is too big to overcome at this point.
He has not lost his focus today. Even when things haven't gone his team's way, he's still bringing it. The clock ticks down, and this is going to be a solid victory here for Oklahoma City.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
And that produced great fruit for him in transition.
And you have to look back at this and see what a huge game it's been for Kevin Durant. Every time he shot it seemed like it was just going to drop in, and nobody was surprised.
And it's blocked by Dang. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here. And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. A different look for Miami. From 18 feet away. Augustine, that's good. And the Thunder lead by 11.
They got to feel pretty good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home floor.
Yeah, and just riding it out here now. I mean, they gave the fans what they wanted.
From deep, Morrow. And the Heat should bring an outstanding 53% for the game. Ennis. Kept alive. Second chance shot. And he can't bank that one in. Augustine with it. For the three. And that one's good.
And tack on a few more points to the lead. Why not? I suppose this is an emphatic showing for this club.
And, Steve, they did it in style, a beat down the entire way.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those